Just when it looked like the reunion was winding down, Kendra dropped a bombshell that shook everyone. The cameras were still rolling, the lights glaring, and then silence. The whole room froze. Without a word, young Jock stood up, ripped off his microphone, and walked away. The man who was known for keeping his cool had clearly reached his limit. What could have made him react like that? Rumors started swirling both online and backstage. Word was that Kendra had hinted Jock might not be the father of her child. Instead, she mentioned another name, Kirk Frost, Rashida's husband. Neither Kirk nor Rashida spoke up right away, but the internet didn't wait for confirmation. Fans went digging through old episodes, rewatching scenes, searching for subtle looks or uncomfortable pauses that might back up the claim. Was Kendra just lashing out, or was there something real behind her words? The tension on set was suffocating. Cast members shifted in their chairs, unsure how to react. Then the host turned to Kendra and asked if she had anything more to say. She didn't hesitate. Leaning into the microphone, she spoke with steady conviction. Before we all act like nothing happened, I have to say this. People deserve to know the truth, especially when it comes to who my child's father really is. Gasps broke the silence. Jock stared at her, his expression a mix of confusion and hurt. "What is that supposed to mean?" he asked, trying to keep calm. Kendra didn't flinch. Her hands trembled slightly, but her voice stayed firm. "I thought you were the father. I wanted to believe it, but too many things didn't add up. Timelines, decisions, and one night with Kirk." Kirk's face went pale. Rashida, sitting beside him, looked stunned. "What did you just say?" she whispered. The host stepped in carefully. "Kendra, are you confirming what it sounds like you're saying?" She nodded. "This was before Jock and I were officially together. I regret it deeply. But yes, there was one night, and Kirk was there." Jock shot to his feet again, his fists tightening at his sides. "So you're saying I might not be the father?" His voice cracked. Kendra nodded once more. "I got a DNA test. It came back inconclusive. I didn't know how to tell you, but you needed to know." People in the audience grabbed their phones. Live streams popped up instantly. Security was called to the stage. Rashida turned toward Kirk, her voice low but sharp. "Tell me she's lying!" "I don't remember it like that," Kirk stammered. "We were just drinking. I swear nothing happened." Kendra jumped back in. "Are you sure? Because you were drunk, I was drunk, and I've kept quiet for too long. There are things about my child that make me wonder every day." Jock started pacing, dragging his hands over his face. "So you lied to me?" he said, voice rising. "You let me raise a kid who might not even be mine while Kirk sat here, acting like everything was normal." Kirk tried again. "If anything did happen I didn't know, I would never hurt you like that." That's when Rashida stood up. The sound of her heels echoed across the room. "Wait, so this could actually be true? After everything I've put up with? All the lies, all the cheating, and now this?" Kendra's eyes filled with tears. "I never wanted to hurt anyone, but I can't keep pretending. I look at my son every day and ask myself if I stayed quiet out of fear or because I didn't want to face the truth." Jock's tone turned icy. "You made your decision. You let me build my life on something that might be a lie. And now you want me to feel sorry for you?" Tears streamed down Kendra's cheeks. "I was scared. I thought telling you would mean losing you. I didn't know how to say it without tearing everything apart." The host stepped in again. "Do you have the DNA results with you?" Kendra reached into her purse and pulled out a folded envelope. The host opened it and read aloud. The test was inconclusive. No follow-up had been done. Kirk dropped his head into his hands. "God, what if it's true?" Rashida, standing at the side of the stage, shouted, "If there's even a chance this is real, I swear I'll burn everything down!" Then she stormed off. Jock threw his microphone to the ground. "This is all fake! Even the producers knew and let it happen!" And with that, he walked off too. The host looked at Kendra, still alone under the spotlight. "Why now?" he asked. Her voice broke. "Because I can't keep lying to myself. I'm done letting fear control me. A cast member whispered. This didn't feel like a reunion. It felt like a funeral. The lights dimmed. Kirk stayed frozen, his mind spinning. This wasn't just a TV storyline. It had crossed into something painfully real. The DNA question now hung over everything. Every memory, every moment was being re-examined. Backstage, producers were already planning next steps. Lab confirmations, timelines, and follow-up tests. Back on stage, Kendra took the microphone again. People think I'm chasing attention. I'm not. This is my life. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it and apologize. But I have to know the truth. The host gave her a slow, steady nod. Thank you. This reunion took things far beyond the season finale. Whether Kendra was telling the truth or not, Rashida was determined to get answers. Off stage, she stood with her arms crossed, her glare fixed on the monitor. If this turned out to be nothing more than a stunt, Kendra would regret ever stepping onto that stage. In the green room, Kirk read a quiet message from his private investigator. A hospital record showed there was spoken a low voice.
I know I've done wrong, but if this is fake, she needs to stop.
Rashida shot back instantly. You think that erases what he did? He slept with my friend and kept it from me. Jock's voice softened.
I just don't want anyone else to get hurt.
Rashida's answer was sharp. Too late for that! Security began clearing the stage while producers scrambled behind the scenes. But it was already out of their hands. Clips of Rashida's slap, Jock's breakdown, and Kendra's confession were everywhere online within minutes. That night, Kirk and Rashida drove home in silence. The house felt cold. Sitting on the edge of the bed, Kirk tried to explain.
I didn't plan for this to come out like that.
Rashida stood across the room, her voice shaking. You didn't plan it? You lived it! And you let me live a lie! When he reached for her, she stepped back. Don't! I've already booked another DNA test. If that boy is yours, I don't even know what I'll do. Across town, Jock sat in his car under flickering lights, scrolling through the chaos online.
Everyone thinks they know,
he murmured.
Some say she's lying. Some say she's hurt. I just want my son to look like me.
His phone buzzed. A message from his sister. Saw the reunion. You okay? Call me. He sighed, whispering.
I just want the truth.
Meanwhile, Kendra was at a private clinic, speaking with a DNA technician. I want full results. I don't care who it is, Jock or Kirk. I just need to know. The technician nodded. 7 days. Outside, under the dim glow of the lab's neon sign, she whispered to herself, whatever the answer is, I'll face it, and walked away. By morning, blogs were swarming with headlines. Kendra's paternity scandal shakes ATL. DNA bombshell. Rashida betrayed again. Rashida posted a cryptic Instagram story. Truth hurts. Don't play with fire. Fans argued over whether it meant guilt or defense. At Kendra's apartment, her roommates gathered around a laptop. You did what you had to do, one told her. But what if Kirk's the dad? Kendra shrugged. I don't care anymore. I'm done hiding. By the afternoon, reporters were trailing cast members. Mendices texted Yandy.
This is getting out of control.
She replied, come home, we'll handle it. That night, they sat in silence. It's hard watching everyone fall apart, she said.
I'd do anything to stop it,
he answered, but both knew it was too late. Later that evening, Kirk received an encrypted email from his investigator. The subject line read, preliminary results confirmed. He opened it to see a prenatal record from April 2018 with his name attached. His stomach turned. All the denial in the world couldn't erase that. That should have been the end, but Kendra couldn't sleep. Frost family implodes. Then her phone rang. It was the PI again.
We have the full results,
he said.
Kirk is a 99% DNA match.
Kendra froze. So it's real?
Yes, you did the right thing. Now be ready for what comes next.
She hung up and cried alone. Across the city, Kirk sat in his garage, replaying Rashida's words in his head. His phone buzzed endlessly. Calls from Jock, texts from producers, unread messages from Rashida. In frustration, he hurled it against the wall, then picked it up to send a single text. "Please meet me at the house." No reply came. Weeks later, the cast gathered for the follow-up reunion. The mood was heavier than ever. This wasn't TV anymore. It was life. The host stood at center stage.
Tonight we have answers.
Kendra, Kirk, Jock, and Rashida took their seats. A few claps came from the crowd, but most people just watched in silence. On the screen, exclusive lab footage rolled. Technicians scanned barcodes, processed samples. Then a voice confirmed. Paternity confirmed. Kirk Frost is the biological father. The crowd gasped. Some clapped, others cried. Rashida covered her mouth. Kirk looked pale. Jock stared ahead, empty. The host asked Kendra how she felt. "I'm scared and relieved. The truth's out, but families are shattered." Jock spoke next.
Thanks for telling the truth. But I raised that boy. I loved him like my own. Now I don't know where I stand.
Rashida turned to Kendra. "Why didn't you tell me?" Kendra's answer was quiet. "I was afraid I'd lose everything." "You did anyway," Rashida said. The host turned to Kirk. "Anything to say?" He rose slowly.
"I'm sorry. I should have told the truth from the start."
Rashida's eyes burned. "You ruined everything."
"I'll spend the rest of my life trying to make it right,"
he replied. To Kendra, he added,
"I never wanted this for you. I thought it was a mistake. Now I know it wasn't."
Kendra wiped her tears. "I forgive you, but trust? That's gone." The host asked what came next.
Jock stood. "I can't forgive either of you. Maybe I need to leave Atlanta. My son deserves peace, not cameras."
He looked at a photo of the boy.
"He deserves better."
Rashida reached for him. "Running won't protect him." But Jock shook his head, dropped his mic, and walked off. The host turned to Kirk. "Will you co-parent if Jock's gone?" Kirk nodded.
"I'll do whatever it takes."
Rashida squeezed his hand. "We'll do it together." She looked at Kendra. "I'm sorry I hit you. If you ever need help, I'll be there." Kendra nodded softly. The final montage showed Jock moving into a small apartment, hugging the boy. Kirk and Rashida in therapy. Kendra walking her son to school. Healing had begun. Kendra stood strong. Jock's heartbreak is real. Rashida's strength is unmatched. The reunion wasn't an ending. It was the beginning of a reckoning no one saw coming. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories like this.